And go.
Hello and welcome to tonight's episode of Party of Two, where a married couple takes on a world of gods and monsters. How are you guys?
I feel like a monster.
So I have new glasses. I'd just like to point out these sexy beasts. The camera is not close enough. You can't get the deep. Weston, will you put this in front of my camera so people can see the detail of my glasses? They are the coolest glasses, you guys, ever. Up. There we go. Look at how amazing those glasses are. And why is it? Stop it. Wants to focus on my face. They are so beautiful. They make me so very happy. Anyway, I have new glasses. These are blue light blockers. They are not corrective lenses because I don't want to have corrective lenses, which is why I wear them. Anyway, welcome to tonight. Weston, are you so excited to be back in the saddle?
Back in the saddle again.
It's only been 2 weeks.
I know. I'm excited. We've got some really interesting stuff. We got a whole new location, which, if you know me, that means lots of prep time.
Weston has spent a lot of time into books.
I'm one that the way that I do it is I prep the setting. So I know everything that's there. I know who the NPCs are. So that way my players can have freedom. Because I'm not the type who can just make it up on the fly. No. So I do create the whole setting. So I've got articles and stuff like that.
He has lots and lots and lots. And it's wonderful. And it's so fantastic. So before we get into tonight's episode, I first have to ask Weston to turn down the audio in my earbuds because they're loud. We have a special guest on tonight with us who will be joining us later in the episode whenever our wonderful GM sees fit. And it's going to be super fun. It's Everyday Superhero Cast. Julian, who is amazing. He's the one that we always say, Julianuary, whenever he pops up in the stream for anybody who wants to know who that is.
Everyone wanted to know.
Everyone! All of the three of us.
So Souls is here.
I know, Souls is here. I was going to say that next. Hi.
Oh my goodness, we have not seen Souls in a long time. It is great to see.
It is wonderful to see you. You and your cute little green dragon. He's just adorable. So we have a couple of announcements.
And I just want to say, we do apparently have some viewers who are not currently followers.
Oh,
so if
Tales from the Table Studios.
Yes, if you follow, you get a dragon.
Hey, what's up? You do get a cute little dragon, and if you do, maybe I'll do it in the chat right now. Exclamation point commands. You can find out what you can do to command your little dragon to do stuff. You can also change your dragon if you would like, totally for free, to anything that is in the free category. You can pay 100 bits and you can change it to something from Final Fantasy or other things. I don't remember what.
Yeah, so there's some Final Fantasy, Zelda, and then also there's Solaris and Dark Souls.
Yes, Solaris and Dark Souls.
The most important command, though, is exclamation point jump.
Jump.
So you can catch these things.
You catch stars, you get 5 points. I think when you get 10 points for the stars, you can drop a bomb on your fellow dragon.
And it explodes everybody. You can attack other people. You can do lots of different things. So have fun with the dragons.
Yeah, they're super fun. They are honestly my favorite part of streaming anymore.
Yep, pretty much.
Is the dragons.
It's not me. It's not playing a game with me. It's
it is.
Dragons.
It is. It's not. Oh, man. Okay.
I'm just going to go cry now.
Weston's being sad. So for our first announcement of the night, next Wednesday, we are going to have on some very illustrious and wonderful creators in the terrain world. We have NPC Charles, if you know him from Twitter or from Instagram. He does Dwarven Forge and puts together and stages famous scenes from shows like Critical Role or reenacts different things from different streamers. It's really, really interesting what he does. He has an incredible setup. His photography is freaking on point. So go check him out. But he is going to be on Wednesday, as well as Jake from Terreno, Game Gear Master.
Terreno!
GameGearMaster.com. He's actually a sponsor. GameGearMaster.com is a sponsor of the show, and we absolutely love their stuff.
Yeah,
it's how all of our physical terrain has been built.
That's how every bit of terrain that I've used has been the Terrano modular system. We love it. So yeah, we're going to have Jake on again. He's been on the show previously. Twice before, but I guess not on the Family Gaming Experience.
Not on the Family. This will be his first time on the Family Gaming Experience. And third, we have 3 special guests this week, which means I'm going to bow out of the episode because the terrain thing is more Weston's thing, and out of the 2 of us, it felt like I should not be in the episode. But our third guest star is a creator actually stationed here in Utah. His name is Brandon, and he is from
Dirt Cheap
Dungeons. I had to think about that. Thank you very much, Weston. They do injection little.
They do
like
actual,
resin plastic things that are like almost indestructible, and they're very thin, and they're modular, so you can put together and build all these different things. You can make them multi-tiered. They're really cool.
It is a modular terrain system, but they are pre-made. They are made out of plastic molding, and so they are very durable. This is the thing to where your kids, if they chew on your terrain, it's no big issue. Type situation. So this is definitely for families. Honestly, as far as playing with kids, I want to get a set for myself and use that whenever we have our kids.
Play with our boys,
because my terrain, I love it. It's beautiful. It's as customizable as I want to be, but it's made out of foam, which means that my kids take a wall and decide to go like this. It can cause some issues.
And there's like things you can do to try and like help it to be sturdy, but when you've got littles,
at the end of the day, it's foam. So these are 3 different terrain makers using 3 different types, and we're all going to just be talking terrain together.
It's going to be super, super awesome. And then we have created and would like to invite you all, if you are currently on TikTok, to go and follow us on TikTok. We spent this last weekend at FanX, and we had some really great discussion with content creators, and they all urged us to create more content for TikTok. So I thought that we could share our most recent video on TikTok for you guys to like just see like what kind of content, and if you so wish, you can jump over to TikTok and give us a follow. Weston, would you like to share that video?
Okay, so I'm gonna try sharing this. This is the first time I've tried doing this, so I cannot guarantee that it's gonna work properly. So
it's gonna be awesome.
Give her a second. Mm-hmm. Trying to figure this out. Okay, got lots of things here, and there's that. Okay, where's that? Okay. This will be anyway. Okay, let's try this and let's see if this works.
Someone within range of.
Nope, that didn't really work because the video is way too large. Okay.
Okay, Weston's gonna give a second. Just to tell you, we are starting a new series called Parenting the BBEG. And
here, I gotta do something a little funky for a moment to make this fix. So, everyone, bear with me for a second.
Someone within range of my magics.
Oh, okay, we can't hear it though.
Are awfully arrogant. Perhaps
there you go. You and I can't hear it.
Depressive death wish.
Excuse me. All I did was ask you to clean your room, young man.
That's no.
You have no reason to get snippy with me.
So there we go. That was our little TikTok. I hope you guys could hear it. Cause yeah.
I hope you can hear it. I really hope so. Cause like that was this little video. And it's really cute. Anyway, I just dropped our TikTok link in the chat. If you would like to, go give us a follow.
Go follow the TikTok.
It really does help. Oh, good. I'm so glad you could hear it. And hopefully we didn't talk over it because we didn't realize that we couldn't hear it. Anyway, go give us a follow if you're on TikTok. If not, go create a TikTok really fast and just for the sole purpose of following us because, yay! We're trying to get to 1,000 followers, at which point we can go live on TikTok and share some fun like parenting and couples advice for like D&D and streaming and games.
Oh, because we can't do that until we can't go live.
We can't go live until we hit 1,000 followers.
That's right. So spread the word, bring the followers.
Do it.
We will play the flutes, be the pipe piper, and you will all follow us.
Yes. That is all for our announcements this week, though. So, Weston, shall we get into it?
All right. let's get into tonight's episode of Part 2. I did.
Oh my gosh.
So,
You
previous.
guys, Weston changed our intro and didn't tell me.
Nope, didn't tell it. Previously
It's so cool.
on the Scions.
Okay, sorry. Focus.
So, Anna is now. Apparently, I set my camera up to cut off my head, but no worries.
I'll fix it. I can fix it. I'll fix it.
So much she didn't tell you. Yes. Oh, there's so much she doesn't know. Wow, she's gonna give us all.
I'm not trying. I'm just trying to like, and I made that shelf, and I made the shelves behind me, and I made the skeletons behind me. I did not make those. Those I bought those. I just painted them, like I touched them up because they were sad. I just feel like I need to like just show that like I have other talents. Okay, moving on. Guys, I'm in a really weird mood tonight. I'm really excited. Kate, start talking.
So, last time on the Scions. So, Anna and Anna has now been chosen to be a delegate, official delegate from Revenel to the country of Andoran, to travel to Augustana and there meet with the supreme elect of the nation to try and arrange their alliance against Cuthwaldwin and the new crusade in Cheliax. You were also made a baronet. You have lands in Revenel. You have title. You have a patents of nobility. You are now a noble woman. And we're not quite sure how you feel about that yet.
She does not. She doesn't know how to feel about that.
But with this new station, you were sent via teleportation across the land to Andoran, with a slight hiccup in the travel, as someone attempted to pull the spell off track. But your patron deity made sure you got where you were going. You arrived, met the Supreme Elect, an interesting woman, not what you had expected, bit brash,
Yeah.
and Anna's not quite sure what to think of her. Anna gave them the rundown of what is happening in Revenel, and they gave her information about what's happening at the border of Andoran and Isgar. That the forces of Cuthwaldwin with his automatons and the Hell Knight forces are driving at the border. You then were dismissed. You've been led through the halls of it's not the capital, but of this main building. And that's where we left off.
So we didn't have any like instruction of like where we were going and what we were doing. It was just kind of like
You were being led towards your rooms by the wizard that you had met when you got there.
okay.
And that is all. So, Anna, you're being led through these halls. What will you do?
I am just going to follow. I'm not going to do anything other than just follow this man. I'm assuming he's not young man.
So I want to make clear, Anna is just going to follow.
She is freaked out of her mind right now.
Just want to be clear on that. I don't know if I've ever heard that before from Anna. So it's a pleasant thing to hear.
This whole interaction with this woman like kind of threw her for a loop. So, it was yeah, no.
Okay.
She's just gonna follow him. Maybe reach back and make sure that Az is with her, like next to her.
Oh, and one important thing that Az, with this new traveling to Andoran, has decided, at least for the moment, to go by Charles.
Yes.
His name, he is wanting to avoid the knowledge and the impression of him being an ex-slave. And so he decided to use the name given him by his mother, revealed in an earlier season of the show, and be called Charles as opposed to Az.
Yes, so she's going to look at Charles and make sure that he is with her.
He is. He's following right behind you, looking around. The decor as you walk through is very... It's beautiful. It's well cut. It's all well made. But there's a militaristic, Spartan-esque nature to it. You do see some decoration, kind of the forms of waves and windswept waters and things like that up in the corners. But other than that, it's fairly sparse, fairly straight. Lots of straight lines. This, you get definitely a feel of a military installation.
I'm just gonna follow until we get to somewhere where Charles and I can, and Charles, Bruce, and I can kind of just chill.
Yep. As you're taken through the halls, you do eventually arrive at a room. He turns to you. We were not informed whether we've prepared 2 rooms. Yours is here, and he points to you, and then your counselor is down the hall.
Oh, counselor.
He points to Az.
Right, because I'm the titled...
You had presented him as your counselor in the hall.
I'm remembering that now. I kind of turn to Charles and be like, I didn't even think about this.
Of course. Anna, I will see you soon.
Hi, Dubes.
I will see you very soon.
Yes, of course. And as when he starts walking away, Anna, through their mental connection, is going to be like, "You're coming back to my room, right?"
I'll be back as soon as he leaves.
Okay. She kind of mentally sends over a sigh of relief. She does not want to be alone in this giant place.
So you open the door to your new rooms there in the... You don't even know where you're at, actually.
No, like...
You never asked?
I knew we knew we were going to Andrian, and we were going to the main city there.
Yeah, you're going to Augustana. One of the... It's a main port city.
Yeah, but like that was... Anna's a simple girl. She doesn't really think about those kind of stuff.
So, he's left you at your door.
Okay, Anna is going to go in, open the door, and send Bruce in first, and just say, Bruce, search.
As you go open the door, Bruce takes a step in and then stops. Sniffs. Looks up at you, and speaking to you, mind to mind as he can, there's someone in there.
Are you serious?
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my bastard sword.
Alright.
My long sword is stuck to my back, so can't pull that out. So,
Right. So you just pull it out there in the hallway.
Yeah. Maybe like taking a half a step. Okay, wait. She's gonna like pull it out while stepping into the room. It's not like she's pulling it out directly in the hallway. She's
okay, that was my question.
She's pulling it out while stepping into the room.
Because this is the question of this was a perception check for Az. Does Az hear that you're suddenly drawing your sword?
I don't know.
So how surreptitiously is Anna?
Anna is just doing it. She's not trying to be sneaky about it. She's doing it while stepping into the room.
Az totally hears this, having rolled an 18 on his perception check. So together with his 16... Oh, Anna, just so you know, I think you forgot to level up your character sheet.
We leveled up?
Yeah, I told you that last week. Or 2 weeks ago.
Didn't?
I did.
No, you didn't. He's a liar.
You're Bruce's sheets right
Oh,
there.
you even printed me out a new thing for Bruce, and then you didn't tell me we were leveling.
I
up.
told
I'm very
you
offended.
this was 2 weeks ago.
You guys, I'm
don't
one of those
remember.
weird players that like stays so focused on the storyline that I don't remember when it's time to level up.
She never does.
Not in a bad way, in a good way. Okay, fine, I'll level up right now.
So, yes, go ahead and
I
level
have a
yourself up.
system that I can do this really fast.
So you will need to pick some stuff, but it's no big
I will.
problem.
No big deal.
Az totally hears you
Jeez, there is a whole bunch.
as you do this, and stops, turns to the mage that was there. Oh, I have forgotten one thing. It is this door right here, correct? He's like, yes, that's the door. I will be right back. I need to speak to the baronet about something. And then he starts walking right back towards you.
Oh, yeah, she's a baronet. I forgot about that.
Walks right back towards you to then see what's going on. You, of course, have already stepped inside. Roll me a perception check.
Okay, I got new dice over the weekend, you guys, from Critical Dice. And really hoping that they're better than what we've been playing with. Nope, not any better. That's a 5. So that is a 23.
23. So,
I'm just cursed, you guys. You can call me Wesley Crusher. It's fine.
I don't know if everyone will get that reference, but
Will Whedon's character from Star Trek with the Will Whedon curse. Okay.
Will Whedon has a history
Fine.
of rolling badly.
Yep.
You're lucky, though.
Oh, good.
They're not hiding.
Oh, good.
They're seated in a chair on the other side, far side of the room. You see a man with a brimmed hat, looking somewhat, could be leather, an old leather, or maybe possibly even like a straw. Wide brimmed hat, simple clothes, but with a kind of an explorer's type garb. A vest with lots of pockets. He has a walking stick with a carved head of a bird on top. Just sitting in the chair. Oh,
Range of my
what the
Hey!
freak?
Hey, guys, that was our TikTok. Oh.
There we are.
Oh, okay. Yeah, babe, that's canvas. That's a canvas hat. That's not a straw or leather.
Fine.
Just the same. Does he have that really cool
Your
staff
perception-
too?
I told you. I told you he had a walking stick with a head of a bird on it.
Ooh. I heard the ding. What was the ding?
Oh, I think the ding didn't go over the overlay.
Oh, S more AD. Thank you so much
Thank
for the
you.
follow.
Dancy, dancy,
Hey. Hello, hello, hello.
He said, Hayley, I is here.
I is here. I'm gonna be super bad because I don't recognize your screen name. You guys, I still have to ask people after knowing them for 3 years.
And he knows Julian.
Oh, and you know Julian.
So it's
Who
someone
is
you know.
this? It's Sarah. Oh, hi, Sarah. Okay.
So he's sitting there in the chair, leaned back. You can tell definitely an older gentleman of Muwangi descent. Just sitting there.
Okay, with my
relaxing.
sword out and Bruce is at the ready. Like he's next to me in like full I will do as you command mode. He's not growling. He's not growling.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna just have my sword up at the ready. I'm like, who are you? And why are you in my room?
Hello. Nice to meet you. I am Rodas.
Rotas?
And you are the representative from Ravenel, correct?
I'm not answering any questions until you answer mine. Why are you in my room?
Because this was the most likely place to find you.
That doesn't really excuse the fact that you are in here without permission.
I'm sorry.
Do you have any idea who I am?
No, other than I knew this would be the room for the representative from Ravenel. That is all I know.
Is Charles here yet?
I won't make you roll, but he does come in the door behind you at the ready.
Mm-hmm.
You hear a message in your mind. Anna? Do you
There
know?
is a stranger in my room. I don't know who he is.
Okay. And so he just kind of waits. He's going to wait for you to make the next move. And You see the man. Give me a sense motive, a perception check. Roll a 6.
An 8.
An 8.
Really rolling in the numbers tonight, guys. It's pretty awesome. That is 16. 26.
26. I'm going to allow also, as a dog owner, I know dogs can smell things about people. I'm going to let you
totally
do
can.
one using Bruce.
Okay. It's an 8.
Okay.
Hold on. Do we figure out? Shoot, we always forget what his perception is. We always forget what his perception is. It's his level plus
Oh, yeah, it
something.
doesn't have it on here. Huh?
No, it doesn't have it on there. We always forget to put it on. Anyway, it's probably about the same as mine.
It's probably
like
about the same
26
as
or 27.
Yeah. From what you can tell,
By the way, you can use channel points to do hero points, and I can re-roll a d20, just letting you
Yes, you
guys
can.
all know.
you take a look at him, and he seems at ease. Not nervous, not concerned, definitely not aggressive, just nice old man sitting in a chair.
Okay, I'm going to lower my sword, but I'm not going to put it away. Like, please state your purpose for being in my room uninvited.
Yes, there is, I had certain things I needed to speak with you about. I know that the Lord Commander of the Pathfinder Society, you met him in the big room with all the important people.
Right. Okay.
I am a colleague. Is the music too loud?
Is the balance okay for you guys? Is the music too loud?
Is it the music's too loud or the whole sound?
The music is too
Okay,
loud.
you said the whole thing, so I turned down your headphones. I didn't turn on the music specifically.
No, the music. If the mix is okay, just give us a thumbs up or something.
And actually, I realized I'm still on.
Hi, Carney Sideshow. Hi, Sylvia. How are you,
I'm
dear?
on the wrong music. We need to go to Enderan. So he is sitting
The
there.
music is a bit loud. Yeah.
Okay,
that's what they're
cool.
saying.
Thank you very
Okay,
much.
Thank you for letting us know. There's no way for us to really know because we don't have a producer.
They so he is. Gosh, that caught me off. Let me get back into it. So he had just told you that he is a colleague of the Pathfinder Society.
Yeah.
We have certain information that we wanted to convey, but not where ears could hear nor eyes see. If you get my understanding.
Yes. I think.
Wonderful. Yeah. So,
you're a spy?
are you acquainted with the Pathfinder Society?
No. I'm going to be straight up with you. No.
Why don't you
Haley
roll?
does.
Why don't
Haley
you roll?
does.
Why don't you roll and see if
I
Anna
don't think Anna would.
Warfare lore will totally
That's
work on this.
hot.
Yeah, it is.
It's a 9.
Hey, you went one higher. You are getting close to 10.
Getting really close to 10, you guys. Warfare lore. That's 24.
You've heard. What you would know is that they are a group that goes around finding old relics and old things. They are.
Okay.
You would know they're like, Indiana Jones.
Okay, cool. Okay.
Those books which are banned in Cheliax, because the taking of religious artifacts would be considered, not okay by them.
Okay. I will say then, I know brief amount.
So we are not spies. We are knowledge seekers. We look for what is to know.
So what do you want from me?
I wish to give you some information and possibly ask for some help.
All right. Well, very first, this conversation is leaving this room. So,
It would be best if not.
we can go to Charles' room.
Is the attendant still out there?
I don't know. I'll stick my head out and look. Is he?
Roll me a perception check.
We start making. Oh, an 18, you guys.
Okay, no, he's not there.
Okay, he's not there.
It was more so just like, I don't know. Let's decide. He's not. He had continued on his way, figuring out that you two had matters to discuss.
Okay. No, the attendant is not there. Shall we please leave the room that you broke into?
I walked in, it was not locked. Very possessive, jeez. So he gets up. You notice definitely a struggle in the standing. And then walks slowly to the door to walk.
Okay.
Definitely using that stick to walk. You can tell this is a very old man.
Great, now I'm going to feel bad.
You slowly make your way down the hall.
I'm going to mind whisper to Az and be like, Az, can you heal him so I don't feel quite so bad?
Anna, I can heal lots of wounds. This man is just old.
You can't fix age.
I cannot.
Are you sure?
Immortality is not an
Do you
area
know how incredible that we could start a business. If you could
I
do
don't
that.
think that would be good for the world.
Well, not immortality itself, but like reversing the effects of aging. So like your body is still aging, but you've got like nice and healthy skin, very elasticy, your joints are good.
I can think of things like an injection you do in your forehead and stuff like that. That gets rid of things.
I'm thinking more like a full body, like you lay down on a table and it's like kind of the magic, it just kind of sits on top of you. And she just continues to describe this idea as we
clean
walk
out
to
your
the room.
pores and
Exactly.
exfoliate.
I don't know what that word totally means, but I think I understand.
You do this, of course, telepathically as you're walking through there. You do watch. Suddenly, the individual who again said that his name was, if I can find where I just had that in front of me, and now I can't find it. Rhodorus stops. If you two are going to talk, could you do it out loud?
How do you
That
know
would
we're
be
talking to
preferable.
each other?
You aren't very hidden about it. You have all the facial expressions. He points at you, you even move your mouth. I am guessing this has not been an ability of yours for a long time.
Could we just... No. Move it along.
He slowly
please.
makes his way into the room and finds a seat to sit down.
All right, Anna's going to...
You notice as you walk in, Az's room is smaller than yours.
Oh, well, of course.
Has a single chair and does not have a thing of drawers. It has a trunk.
All right. Anna's going to go in and sit down on the bed and put Bruce in front of the bed between the old man and us. And I'm going to put him in a sit-stay guard.
You are not very trusting, I see.
No, I'm not.
Probably for the best. So
So what are you doing here? What do you want from us?
as
What
I
do you want
said,
from me?
we have information that I wanted to impart, and it might prompt you to take certain actions that we are having difficulty with.
All right, what?
So, you know, it seems little of the Pathfinder Society. So we are all over the world. We seek knowledge, we seek understanding, we seek that which is lost.
Did I get his name yet?
Yeah, he said to you when you first got in.
I apparently couldn't remember it. What is it?
Rhodorus.
Oh, yeah.
R-O-D-E-R-U-S.
Okay. R-O-D... E-R-U-S?
E-R-U-S, yep.
Okay. Pathfinder Society. Okay.
I have, this message comes from Venture Captain Vesa Yule. She is the resident in Ketepesh. Are you acquainted with Ketepesh?
DM, am I acquainted with Ketepesh?
So, to remind my player who never takes notes, in the last episode, you were informed that one of the leaders of Ketepesh had made an official treaty with Cuthwaldwin and the Charaxian Empire.
Okay. Here, see, I did write down notes last week. They are right here on my sticky pad.
My DM heart is feeling it.
Leave me alone. So Ketapesh has a trade agreement?
Treaty.
Treaty.
She says she's done them, but she's writing it right now.
I'm not saying I wrote that. I did write notes last week. I just didn't include that.
Yeah, this is one of the big things that came out in your talks with the Supreme Elect.
Oh, okay.
Is that Cheliax and Cuthwaldwin now have this official treaty. Okay. And it's not even just like a treaty. It's like they're making the Axis nations here. With Ketapesh, which is in Mwangi.
Okay.
And has been a constant issue with Andoran and the slave trade.
Okay.
So
Got it.
He's telling you that the information comes from their venture captain who's there.
Okay.
She has told me that the Taskmasters have been absent of late.
Interesting.
You have no clue who they are. They are...
Charles? No. I'm assuming Charles at some point.
Charles didn't roll well.
Okay, so Charles doesn't know either.
Charles does have more society, greater society than you do, but even your warfare lore, like you'd have some idea. Ketapesh is ruled by a group, this hidden group of rulers that no one really ever sees. But they, they're there. They come out from time to time, hooded, covered. You don't really know what they are, but they're referred to as the Taskmasters.
Okay.
They have been aloof. Nothing has come out of their compound for months. And then suddenly, Hashim ibn Said has been out of the city. We don't know how he got out. He is in charge of the city and all the trade. He runs the country for the Taskmasters. And so for him to not be there is very strange. This is the same. This nation has its main military in the a type of mechanical creature.
What?
So Ketapesh, and you heard this last time in your thing. Their country is protected by the Alum enforcers. They are the creations of the Taskmasters. And so it is strange that the leader, the rulers of the city, have disappeared, and the governor seems to be coming and going. No one knows how. And in Cheliax, they certainly have all of the same things there. So we are very interested in what is going on, as I'm sure you are.
Do you suspect Cuthwaldwin has taken them away? Or not Cuthwaldwin, but Cheliax?
They are
Do you know who Cuthwaldwin is? Do you know what's going on there?
We do.
Okay, I just want to make sure.
We are well connected with all that and seeing it here. But the interesting thing is that, they have the treaty. They have never given their technology to anyone. The Taskmasters are powerful. How anyone could do something to them, we do not know. But it is unnerving, I would say.
That doesn't exactly sound like a good situation, regardless of what's actually happening.
No, it is not. But that is why I am here. Vuse thinks that Shimon G might know the answer.
Shimon G?
Shimon G. It is SHIMON-JE.
And
Shimon G was an abolitionist in Ketapesh. A Knoll and a cleric of Caden Kalian.
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And she created lots of problems for the nation since they are run on slaves.
Mm-hmm.
They are a slave state, which is why Andoran and they are not friends.
That makes sense.
We have received information to indicate that Simon G may be here in Agustana.
Why?
This is one of the reasons why we asked that the talks happen here.
Why would he be here?
She. Well, she has fled Ketepesh because they are after her because of the issue she has created. She has escaped from prison 5 times in Ketepesh. And so we have been seeking to track her because she seems to know something. Too many different names. Hashim seems dedicated to finding her, with a dedication that is more than one would have for an annoyance, but for an actual threat. Why is a null female a threat to the governor of the largest and one of the most powerful countries in Mwangi? We do not know. We think she might know something, and she is here, but we cannot find her.
Yeah, look to Charles. Bellflower Network?
Bellflower Network. They
That's what
might
I
know
thought.
something.
Want to send a missive to someone?
I can search in the city. I can find our marks are everywhere, especially here. But if she is hiding here in the most slave-free city, she's scared.
Mm-hmm.
There is something she is hiding from. And we would need to find her.
Well, let's start there. I'm going to turn back to Roderus. What is it?
Roderus.
Roderus. And what exactly are you... I understand that you want us to help you, and that's perfectly fine, and we can. But I do find it very interesting that you came to us instead of the head of the Pathfinder Society to take care of this.
The head of the Pathfinder Society asked me to talk to you.
Why?
I did not know who you were in particular, but there has been a reputation for the emissaries that were being sent, that they have a divine help in some way.
Who was an emissary before I was?
No one. I'm talking about you two.
Oh, you're talking emissary. I thought when you said emissaries, you meant like emissaries from the past.
No.
Like that had. Okay. No, I get it. No, I agree. Change the screen.
Yep.
Here's the thing, though. So, like, you're giving us a problem to handle.
I am.
You're kind of handing it over to us, right?
At least asking for your further assistance.
And I'm totally fine doing that. I really am. The problem is, I already have a problem on my own hands. I have many problems on my own hands at the moment. So I'm wondering, what can you do to actually assist us? Is there anyone within the city that you can bring to us to help? Because we have, like, a lot of other things we're having to do. And I'll be completely honest, one of them is incredibly personal and is pretty much number one. So...
Well, then I would take care of that first. And you watch as he stands up, pushing with his cane, walks over to you slightly, puts his hand on your shoulder in a very grandfatherly way. I would take care of that first, and then see if you can find them. You two do not seem to be... How do I say it? completely straight-laced.
What?
We have talked to the government here and the police, but everyone can see them coming from a mile away.
Oh, yes.
And if
Most
she
police.
is a follower of Kate and Kalian, she is in the bars, she is in the taverns, she is...
That's what you mean. We don't look like enforcement. We don't look like people to
Yes.
run away from.
I mean,
That's
well,
what you
no,
mean.
you look like to run away from, but not like you would arrest them. Maybe bonk them on the head. Or stab them. Which,
Look,
surprisingly,
that-
is okay in those circles. They would prefer to be stabbed than be taken to jail, which I do not understand, but to
No,
each their own.
No, I understand. Okay, that makes sense. All right. If you could send any type of assistance, that would be fantastic.
If we find any information, we can... He turns to and looks at us. Pass it through the bellflower?
Yes.
We'll do.
Please do.
We know lots then.
I would ask for one thing in return.
Yes.
If I ever need a favor, I will call on the Pathfinder Society.
He reaches into his pocket and pulls out what appears to be a medal. Like on the end of a little chain type thing, like something that would have hung, and he hands it to you. You turn that in at any society and you will have your favor. You said there is something that you are needing. Are you looking for something here in the city?
Just really quickly, telepathically, without moving my lips.
Okay.
Didn't realize I had to specify that.
I just imagine Anna would do that.
She probably would. I'm gonna say to Az, do you think it's useful at all to tell him what we're actually looking for?
At least to some detail, maybe not that we're looking for your sister, but you know your sister is sick, so where are the hospitals?
All right, that's a good one. You turn to Roderick and say, we're looking for someone who may be very ill. So we'll... If...
Are they wealthy?
I'd
Are they
assume
noble
so.
houses?
No, not nobility, but I would assume there is money involved.
There are a couple of places that you could look. One moment. Actually, I'm going to switch the screen back. No, Haley's going to...
Oh, we're switching back. I don't like to swim because the dragons go over my face. Not that I don't love the dragons. I love the dragons. Hello, little dragons.
Now we'll do it.
Oh, this
there
is the city.
There are in the Admiralty Hill, where the nobles live, there are, of course, the hospitals and the great places of medical research. However, if not, then the best place is in the old town at the Temple of Sarenray.
Would I have any idea, which direction? If a temple would have been more of where the person
You had
who has seer?
You had been told by Farmer Magdalene that she was at a temple.
Oh, okay. Ding ding, you have a winner. All right, thank you. That is actually incredibly helpful.
Ah, good. I'm glad that I could be of help. But I will say, keep the medallion. There can be
will.
another favor.
Oh,
if
there's
you help with
absolutely
this.
no way that I include that was the favor. No, but I will keep it handy. Thank you.
Well, good day to you. And he starts walking slowly out the door, turns the corner, and you leaves from your sight.
Are you sure you can't do something about aging? Because, like, that would be really, really helpful.
Anna, I served under a signifier whose whole focus was life energy. Yeah, if I could strengthen life energy, then, yeah. I mean, I can heal and it would be better for a short time, but eventually, bodies just fall apart. There is aging. It's a thing.
I know, just...
Unless you want to
Really
become
cool.
a
It's-
lich or some other
no,
method
but then
like
they,
that.
But, I mean, they become a lich, but then you don't, like, actually have a body. You, like, end up becoming,
Well,
like,
and
the
Anna,
Crypt
do you
Keeper.
know anything of the rituals to become one? You
I
don't
think we
want
talked
to.
about it. Well, I think we talked about it once at Citadel Interact, like, in theory. But I don't really remember.
So,
I didn't pay attention during that lesson. So I guess we go to Old Town, and forgive me, I don't remember. Well, is there something we were supposed to do tonight?
no. We were free.
All right, let's go to Old Town then.
All right. Do you know where Old Town is?
No. So are there any like servants?
Yes, as you look
bells?
around, you are in like the main military, thing. There are soldiers everywhere. There are orderlies running around. There are lots of people here. So yeah, it doesn't take you long to find someone.
Okay, well, because I
ask
was
for
just
directions.
like if there was like a rope or something that we could like pull or
Yeah,
to
one
bring
you
somebody
go
to
and
us.
ding, 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 ding.
Yeah, one of those.
And you watch as an orderly comes in. Again, you notice it is military crisp, everything.
Mm-hmm.
They come in at attention. Yes, what can I help you with?
Oh, we need an escort to the Temple of Sarenray in Old Town, please.
Of course. Pops his knees, his feet together, salute, turns around. About 10 minutes later, you do see 4 guards come, and they offer to escort you to the Temple of Serenity.
Okay, in between that time, okay, I can look at Charles and just like, is this what it's normally like for people that have nobility?
Yes,
Like that
Anna,
have
this is exactly what it's like.
very strange.
I am honestly having flashbacks.
Are you really?
This is so weird.
This is very odd. I mean, when they called me a baronetta, it was like, I mean, honestly, I think it would be better with just not doing that ever.
In order to have you be a emissary, they needed to have you have some form of official connection.
I understand. I really do understand that. It's just very, very
Strange. Well, shall we go?
Right. Yes, once they get there, we will depart.
All right. You depart as they take you out through the gates. So you do go from, notice you're on an island. And so they do take you across. There is
Like on a barge.
There's a bridge. However, you do notice it can be dropped. Like it is set up to drop at the moment's notice if need be.
Okay.
This is definitely a military town. This is a naval base city.
Okay.
And so they take you through, you notice as you come out into the, the nicer area, rich, posh, definitely different architecture. Think a bit more Grecian.
With the columns
yep.
and the things.
Lots of columns, lots of things. So this is a Grecian Italian type area. As you go through the city, the first area you go through is very rich. And then as you get farther and farther into the city, the sounds of the waves definitely getting quieter, although the gulls seem to get a little louder. And you notice that suddenly there's more trash on the ground than there was before.
Mm-hmm.
Sewers are open as opposed to closed. And it just is old.
Mm-hmm.
It's not slums, but it's just the old city. You can tell that these were the earlier buildings, and then from there they've built out. The architecture, you can tell, has changed. The buildings have cracks in them. There's weathering. You can see where just the moisture of the air has been wearing down the stone over time. And you are led through this area eventually they do get to an opening where you see in front of you a golden temple. Like it sticks out like crazy. And it is built in a square with a large dome on one side. You now at the Temple of Serenity.
A nod at our escort and ask him to wait for us for just a moment until we know for sure that what we need and what we're looking for is here.
Okay.
And then with taking a deep breath, I'm gonna kind of just walk up to the doors. Oh, before I do that though, I'm gonna look at Bruce and I'm gonna say, if she's here, she's going to smell like me, but very faintly. We have the same blood, so she'll smell like me. Just keep it open,
Like
please.
armor and oil?
No, not that.
And
Like my skin, darling.
oh. This is a nice big,
I
sniffing
like
out
get
the
down and
fingers
put my
like that.
face down, like right next to his, and like give him scritches while he kind of smells me.
Okay.
Like she's gonna smell similar to me.
All right.
So if you catch anything that even sort of smells like that,
As you're doing this, as you've got you're down with the dog, sniffling around across the the open square. There, walking towards the temple, is another individual. And let's go ahead and bring on our guest.
and the crowd goes wild.
Julian, your character is you've gotten some stuff. You had been out shopping, picking up a couple of things that you needed, maybe grabbing a couple stuff from your couple of things from your house, and you are on your way, headed back towards the Temple of Sarenray. Can you describe your character for us?
I can. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Wonderful. Awesome. You see a probably about 4 foot tall, bipedal, fawn-haired, black, squished-faced, little dueling cape, and walking with a very elegant sword cane. A limp that you can't tell if it's fake or not, and a tiny little curly tail that kind of wiggles back and forth as he saunters.
Wait, what race are you?
I'm a Shuni.
Oh my gosh! Okay.
So this 4 foot tall pug-looking bipedal humanoid
Okay.
with the pug face and the jaws and all that. And remind me, your character, floppy ears or more up?
Floppy ears, heavy jowls.
Oh, there he is.
I'm here.
No, we your character's stat block just came up. Oh, he's so cute. Okay.
I'm just gonna throw out. I can't see myself in the display.
Oh, we can see you.
Oh, I know. Here, I'll fix it. Just 1 second.
Oh, Weston's fixing it. I'm like, I can.
Everyone else can see you, just so you know.
Yay! I'm so pretty.
If you can see
Now I
Julian, put
can
a
see
thumbs
me.
up in the chat.
Woo!
Okay, anyway. Cool.
So, you've gotten some things, and you're making your way back, and you see now across the courtyard this armored tiefling with this big dog walking. Gives him, gets down, gives him crutches, and then begins walking towards the temple. You've only ever seen one violet-skinned tiefling in your life. Lavender-skinned tiefling in your life. But it has been almost a decade since you've seen them. They were a little girl back in Isgar, a long time ago.
And this is a chance meeting?
Yep. You have not seen her. You were just on your way back to the temple, and she's on her way into the temple.
I am gonna slyly look with my giant round eyes over my shoulder to not draw attention to myself. I'm not entirely sure through the passive time, a slightly built up sense of paranoia, whether or not I'm seeing things or this is someone that I definitely recognize. But I'm going to slow down a little bit and kind of stop and then turn my head sideways.
Little,
Yep. And then for no reason, I'm just going to...
All right.
Can Anna hear that? Is that like something that
Nope.
Anna is?
No, Anna wouldn't be able to hear that.
Okay.
Anna, you are walking, right now you're walking towards and into the temple.
Okay.
Theo, are you going to continue walking towards the temple and just kind of fall in line behind, or are you going to...
I am going to, because it's someone I might recognize in a place of semi-importance, I'm going to find the first small group gaggle of other individuals to kind of like fall in step with, and attempt to follow without being traced.
Awesome. Yeah, this is very much that situation of, you're at the grocery store, you see someone, you swear it's someone you remember from 3rd grade, but you're not quite sure, and you don't want to say something. That's pretty much the situation.
Okay.
Anna.
Anna is going to, in her normal fashion, walk straight up to
Open the door.
main desk, go through the door, and find like a receptionist or a cleric or paladin or whatever person that looks like they may know something.
So as you begin to try and enter through, you see there are lots of people going in and going out. Most of them appear to be poor, somewhat run down, and you hear a lot of coughing, a lot of, groans and things like that. You can tell this is an active temple and is probably the main place for healing for the whole area.
That's fantastic. I still want to find a person that's in charge.
Yep. You find that there, standing by the opening, is a woman with a long robe, a golden crown with a sunburst on her head, standing there by the entrance, greeting the people as they come in.
Excuse me. Hello. Hi.
Hello. Can I help you?
Yes, I believe you can. I am looking for someone, and I was told that they might possibly be here.
Yes, we have many individuals that we treat here. Are you family?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, we do have open visiting hours right now.
No. I need to know if she's here.
Who are you looking for?
She's young. She would be approximately 16, 17 years old. She has blonde hair. I haven't seen her since she was little.
16, 17?
Yes.
You said you haven't seen her for how long?
Since she was young. But she would have.
And do you know the type of injury or ailment?
She's trying to remember the dream she had.
Theo, how are you trying to hide in the crowd?
Yes. Okay. Until I can confirm I recognize them, or they say something that I can recognize.
Roll me a perception check, and let's see how much you can hear.
Yeah, my first roll in Pathfinder ever.
Yay!
Yes.
Okay. Where is it? When am I rolling? Perception?
So, yeah, you roll D20, and then you will add your perception.
You're using an actual sheet. You're not using Path Builder.
No, he used Path Builder. I have the sheet.
Oh, okay.
I also have a sheet because I wanted to learn.
Yep. So yeah, roll d20 and
But
then you're
now I
adding
can't find
22.
it. I'm stalling the game.
He has a 22 perception.
Yes, he does.
Ugh.
But I gotta get right up to see it.
Yeah, he is a Shuni bloodhound.
Yeah. Perception would be really high.
I don't see perception anywhere on my sheet. Why is it being done? Oh, I found it. 30.
Hey, there we go.
I love.
With a 30, yes, you can hear what they're saying. You've gotten close enough. With your height, though, you're still kind of shorter than a lot of the people, so you can still kind of be aloof. I do want you to roll a stealth check, too, though.
Yeah. 30.
There we go. So, yeah.
There's a sense of pitter-patter of, like, booted claws on, like, tile and concrete, and then all of a sudden it moves in step with the rest of the crowd.
Oh, you can't hear anymore.
Well, and with everyone else coming and going there, you do manage to get behind a couple of people who are sickly and just kind of making their way slowly into the temple. But you've gotten now close enough that you can totally hear everything going on.
Cool.
Well, do you know how long she has been here?
I'm assuming she's been here for a little while. Maybe honestly, I'm not sure. Her name is Sia.
Oh. Well, if you had the name, that makes it all simpler, of course.
I just wasn't sure if she was still going by that or not.
Is there a different name she should go by?
No, it's
Theo was just here.
Who's Theo?
Theo.
Who is Theo?
And out behind the shadows, you hear...
I have to ask, why the snort?
Because pugs
I'm a pug.
snort.
Okay, I've never had a pug.
They snort all the time instead of breathing.
So she hears this. Always with the hiding. Come, Theo. This is Theo. He is her caretaker.
Would I
And I
remember
look
him?
very far up.
Yes.
So
Would I remember him from?
you
If
know.
he's a pug.
Yes.
If it's a Shuni, I have a feeling I would remember him from when
So-
I was a child.
When we had you roll before, you remembered vaguely someone named Theo, but you didn't remember really much about them at all. But you do remember your parents talking about, kind of like how you knew that your parents had a friend named this way back when.
Yeah.
But then suddenly when you see this pug face, you imagine being eye level with them last time you spoke with them. Last time you saw a Shuni, they were at your same height and looked a lot like this one.
Less gray hair in the black face.
Yep.
The black part of
The
squish.
white starting on the,
whites
Yep.
coming in the muzzle and
Yep.
around the eyes. You're Theo.
Yes.
Do you remember me?
I believe I do.
You have my sister.
That's one way of wording it.
How else would you? Where is she, please?
Come with me.
The
How does Bruce react to the Shuni? I would like to know how my Kone Corso is reacting to the...
he comes over. Bruce comes
I
over.
think Bruce is bigger than me.
He is actually.
He comes over, starts to sniff around, goes around to the back, does some more sniffing, kind of checks you, and then kind of, Huh. That's a weird looking dog. Is what he says to you telepathically.
Like, that's not very nice.
Now, I don't know. I haven't read the full sheet on. I don't think Shunis can speak dog because they're not dogs. So,
No, they
Okay.
speak Shuni.
They speak Shuni. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is their own language.
So,
Yeah.
he comes over, sniffs you, and then walks back to Anna. Comes over. Charles takes a step forward. Hello. Pleasure to meet you. I am Charles. And he just puts his hands out for a shake. In a normal human shake manner, not a dog shake manner.
Yeah. As the hand goes up, I'm gonna immediately put my face like inches away and just like stare at it and go, all right, and lift my hand up and go, yes.
Whoa,
Oh,
we
shoot,
just
we
lost your
lost you.
camera.
Julian,
I'm here.
we lost your camera.
Can you hear me?
We can definitely hear you. We cannot see
Okay.
you. You hit your camera giving it a high five too hard.
Yes, it did. The camera actually disconnected.
Oh, no.
Yep. Hi, everybody.
Nope, not yet.
How
We
do
still can't see
I?
you.
Should I reconnect?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
jump out and reconnect. Please pause for station identification.
How are you guys all doing tonight? This room is really hot that I'm in right
Open
now.
that door.
I'm gonna go open a door.
So he's playing a Shuni. A Shuni is a special class that exists in Pathfinder 2nd Edition, where you literally look like a pug. And you can see them right now on the screen. And so Theo is actually also a Pathfinder unique class called an Investigator. An Investigator has certain abilities that allow them, of course, to investigate. But also they can... if they use those abilities in certain ways, they can then use their intelligence modifier for their melee attacks.
That's really cool.
It is. They, there we go.
We have a Julianuary.
1 second. Refreshing.
Nope, no refreshing. I just love Shunis. Like, the idea that you can play a dog, like an animal, like a dog race like that is so freaking cool. I had somebody once ask if they could do the Shuni as a
There we go.
husky. And I was like, sure, go ahead. You're back!
Yay.
Yep, we can hear you. So you get up close to his hand, sniff it, and then you do shake.
Yes. Yeah. Sorry, I'm borrowing all the physical mannerisms of my own dogs. And whenever you point in a direction, they don't look where you're pointing. They stare directly at the finger that's pointing. So that was an inside joke for myself.
That is true. Oh my gosh, that's so true. So funny.
Az is actually well trained in society, though, and is acquainted with Shuni customs. And so he does not shrink back at this at all, but accepts it and then shakes your hand. I was like, thank you. Anna is very, and puts a hand on your shoulder. She is very anxious to see, and so I forgive her. She is a bit abrupt. We has been waiting a long time to find her.
I understand.
So yes, could we go?
Yes. And
So-
I slink into the shadows, hoping you keep up.
You start moving. There aren't many shadows in here. This is the Sarenray, the goddess of the sun. It is bright. It is open. I did forget to upload an image for the show, but Hayley, you've already seen it on the article.
Oh yeah.
But
It's very Eastern, lots of open space and just columns keeping everything up. And
very bright, though, as you walk through these open hallways. Theo, you, of course, know where Sia's room is. You go down these halls. Most of them, you notice, are for probably more short term. Here, we're going to check you out. But then you make your way farther back, to more of the semi-permanent rooms. This is where people who are here often would go. This is the ICU of the temple. Passing different people, you do notice, Anna, that as he passes through, all of the orderlies, all of the nurses all say hi to Theo.
Okay.
As he goes through. They all seem to be acquainted with him. He is a regular fixture of the temple.
And with each one, there's a little bit of a grunt and a because he's a grumpy curmudgeon.
A grumpy curmudgeon.
As we're walking, I'm going to say, you are here often?
Most of the time.
All right. Just take that in.
You continue on through, eventually finding your way back to where you know Sia's room is. You, of course, across the hall from Sia's is your room. That is made up with your stuff. It's, your clothes. Are your clothes just kind of thrown in the corner, folded neatly? What's your arrangement, Theo?
They are neat, but like afraid to unpack. But also like stubbornly. So like the suitcase is open but not put away because I keep using it.
I get that. And then on the other side, you open a door. There you find a woman about your age, maybe a year younger, sitting in a chair next to a bed. She's got tan skin and brown hair, and then as you come around her, you do see that there is someone lying in the bed.
I believe this is who you're looking for. What made you seek her out now?
I just found her. Finally. I never stopped looking for her. I'm just gonna go over to the bed.
Az is going to turn to you, Theo, as she walks up, and she has been with the Hell Knights until very recently.
I understand.
And you would remember that the Hell Knights had taken her and conscripted her when she was young. And so he walks forward and then actually begins to converse with the nurse that was sitting there. She is the sister. Would you tell me the prognosis? And they begin to converse in medical speech. Making it difficult for you to understand. I don't think you're trained in medicine.
I actually believe I am. I am trained in medicine.
Oh my goodness, you are trained in medicine.
What?
So as they go back and forth and talk, you are able to pick up some of it because you do have some training in medicine. That they're not quite sure of the diagnosis. It appears that her life essence drains and then has to be recuperated.
So how is she positioned in the bed?
She is laying flat back, kind of like, head back, as if she was placed.
But she's unconscious.
She is. As they talk, you would gather that she is in a comatose state and has been for a couple of days. But this happens often.
You sit down next to her and just look. Just kind of brush the hair that is probably not in her face.
Nope.
What does she look like now?
So you were right. She is, of course, about 16 years old. And she... Give me 1 second. She has a very long sandy blonde hair and a very sickly pale complexion and skin. It looks like if she spent some time in the sun, it might be a lovely golden color, but definitely doesn't get out much. Very thin. You can see a lot of her bone frame in her jaws and in her cheeks. Very thin arms and definitely not a lot of muscle on her. She's only about 5'4", 5'5", a lot shorter than you are. And her eyes are sunken with dark circles around them. She's wearing a loose lavender tunic that goes that covers, you don't see how far down it goes because she's covered by the blankets. And she's just laying there. And you do notice, though, on her hands are gloves that go all the way up to the elbow.
I'm just gonna sit there for a little bit and just take a hand. Just lean forward and kind of whisper in her ear, "I finally found you. I promised I'd come back."
The nurse that's sitting there turns to you, Theo. Kind of steps
me.
over. Yep, kind of turns over to you. Kind of leans down. She doesn't actually get too close because she knows you can hear. Is she really your sister?
Yes.
Oh. I thought her sister was dead.
As did I.
And am I hearing? Can I hear this? Obviously, we're in the room.
You're in the room.
I'm not being secretive.
No.
I'm going to have you roll a perception check just to see if you are sensing this versus if you're absorbed in Sia. Hey,
I'm
just a
apparently
reminder.
Totally and absolutely absorbed in Sia and have no capability for hearing anything. That was a natural one.
I will
Also
remind our
emotionally
audience,
understandable.
I will remind our audience that you can use hero channel points to award a hero point to our players. Also, you do have a hero point you started with.
Oh, it's true. No, it's okay. I'm not going to waste it on this. If I had others I could use, I would use it. But I'm so glad I did my makeup before the show.
However,
Charles
does hear you. And he steps over on the other side of the nurse. She has been, was conscripted by the Hell Knights and has been with them ever since. And they do not let you leave. We escaped them recently and have been living in Ravenel. And when we found out about Sia.
How did you find out?
I am connected with certain information gathering organizations.
And you see his head tilt sideways again as he's listening intently.
I'm going to sit up and say, "What's wrong with her?"
The nurse looks at you. We aren't certain. If you like, I can get the doctor.
Please do.
She turns around and walks quickly out of the room.
I'm going to look at Bruce, and I'm going to point to the door, and I'm going to say, "Sit, guard." So
And you see me almost instinctively follow the point to start doing it and realize there's another dog in the room and stop.
So when he's in guard position, he will not allow anyone to come into this room unless I give the okay.
Okay. So yeah, so you.
No, I know what's wrong with her, right?
You have some good ideas. Yes, you do.
Okay. And in a way that, like, maybe the nurses might not know?
The way the nurses might not know, you've talked with the doctor extensively,
Okay.
trying to help. But so you know the way family members would know, and the doctor knows. The nurse knows some. I mean, she's been here for a lot of the things. She knows everything that happens. She might not know exactly why it happens.
Right.
You would know some of the deeper meanings, yes. So you wait 5 minutes, 10 minutes. You asked for a doctor to come. You know what happens. So you guys do have about
Takes
20
forever.
minutes alone there in the room.
Okay. I'm gonna look over at Theo and say, "What happened? I was gone. I could do nothing. What happened?"
I was instructed to flee with her when she showed signs of magic.
What?
Um,
What do you mean showed signs of magic?
as someone who does not understand magic, it is almost impossible for me to describe.
Okay, but what does she do? What does she do? What does she do? What did she do that made it obvious that she had magic? What?
Have you ever had a dream that you were so convinced was real,
Yes.
and then walked into that dream in life?
No. Not to the second part.
That.
What, she can create the ethereal and
don't
make
know.
it physical?
I don't know if she can control it or if she manifests it. I know she experiences it. And I know whatever power that is has grown stronger and pulls from her when she feels the need for empathy.
She feels like...
I really hope I'm describing that accurately.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna look at Charles. Is that a god gift?
It is possible. One moment. He walks over, and then he starts casting sense, read aura. And you watch him take a step back.
Charles?
Oh yeah, there's magic here. Oh yeah, there's magic here. Come here, Anna.
I'm gonna like look at her and look at Sia on the bed and then look at Charles and be like, there's no way in hell I'm leaving this side of the bed. You better come over here.
I thought you were on the same side of the bed. I thought you sat down right by where she was, or did you go around?
I sat down.
Okay, yeah. He's on the same side of the bed. He's the same side of the bed as you.
Okay.
He reaches down.
Yeah,
and then,
spatial awareness.
Yep. He reaches down and gently pulls the glove off of her hand. And then reaches out for your hand. You give him your hand, and he places her hand in yours. Roll me a religion check. Tell me,
That was over a 10.
Is it a nat 1? No. Okay.
No, it's not. It's a 15.
You.
Hold on. Don't get it. The 31.
Okay.
No, is it? Wait, hold on. It's 29.
Okay. You easily recognize this magic because it's very much like what's in you and what's in Bruce.
Phrasma? Or Fae? Because Bruce is Fae magic, isn't it?
No, he was Fey magic as connected him to
okay.
your divine magic through Pharasma to
Okay.
hold him to this plane.
Okay. Okay.
You feel the magic of Pharasma just radiating.
But she wasn't pledged to Phrasma. I was. Right? That doesn't... Okay. Alright. She and I are going to have words.
After a couple more minutes, finally a man does walk up to the room and stop because there's a dog that's now making little growling noises.
Bruce? Wait. Who are you?
Hello, I'm... Hey, Theo. You recognize the doctor.
Okay, that was my question, yeah.
Yep. You recognize Census Callus. And he's got, definitely the robes of Sarenray on him, a tablet with, with parchment for writing and stuff like that, and a pair of spectacles on his eyes. He's a shorter guy, semi-bald, with his face in a perpetual, deep thinking look.
And he's bald?
Yep, balding.
Okay. So you're the doctor?
Yes. Who are you?
I'm her sister.
Check through his papers. Theo, we have all family deceased here.
That's obviously not the case.
Yep. That's accurate.
Do you have any identification?
Do you? And at my tone, Bruce starts to growl, really loud.
Yes, of course I do. And he pulls out his little identification from the temple. And so, I simply need something anyone can come out and claim they are family of someone. I need to be sure.
Does my word mean anything?
That carries definitely some weight, Theo. Definitely some weight. Simply, do you?
I am the Baronessa and the emissary.
As will reach into her bag and pull out her patents of nobility.
I'm a Baronessa
kind of
from
unroll
Kintago.
it.
I am the emissary of Kintago to Andoran. Is that enough for you?
Check.
Bruce down.
This actually helps. Is there any history of ailments in your family? I couldn't get much familial information because, of course, Theo, you want blood family. I mean, of course, you're family, but you know what I mean. Any history?
No.
I see here. I see here that you are tiefling. You have the demonic blood. Is that familial heritage? Does it come up often? He just starts trying to dive into all the questions that he would have gotten on the form at the beginning, but couldn't get on the form because didn't have any.
Anna will play ball. Anna will play ball, and she will answer his questions. Because this is for Sia. Now, if this was for herself, she'd basically tell him to shove off, but it's for her.
So he gathers, you spend about 5 minutes filling out 2 different pages of form in triplicate with initials.
Oh my gosh, bureaucracy.
And then he's like, okay. Is there any history of divine magic in the family?
Yes, there is.
Oh.
But she was not, to my knowledge, ever devoted to any particular god.
This type of situation, from what we're able to find in the records, is not generally a dedicated thing. This isn't like cleric work. I'm a cleric. I serve and worship Sarenray, and I chose that. Not this.
What do you mean, not this?
Well, how do I... Generally, when you are connected with a deity, you request their aid, and then they send aid. Is that the same for you?
Kind of. Sometimes.
He turns to Az, and Az is like, something similar to that. This is more like she's connected directly, and the energy flows whether she asks or not.
It's killing her, though. That's not...
It's not actually killing her. It weakens her. It takes a lot out of her. But she's not in danger of death. At least nothing that's been pushed through so far.
Unless
but she does go into...
She's found.
Yes.
You look at her in that bed and you seriously think this is not going to end up killing her?
Theo, how often is it? Generally, it's every couple of weeks.
Every couple of weeks.
And she looks like
almost on like clockwork, as if the energy and weight of wielding the magic is more than our bodies are used to.
That's a good way of putting it.
Right.
And then it's worse when the visions hit.
What visions?
The visions.
What visions?
He looks at you, Theo. He's like, did she not?
You said dreams. You didn't say visions.
I was trying to describe what a vision is without saying the word
So she's
vision.
making visions come into reality.
Well, no. Generally, visions, the way they work is you're shown a vision, an instance of future events, and then they come happen.
She's not creating events. She's witnessing them. And then they transpire.
Okay. Right. Great. This is wonderful information. How do we stop it? You know what? No. That's not a question for you. That is a question for me. And Phrasma, we're gonna have a great conversation. What can be done now?
She sleeps. She'll probably wake up in a day or two. She'll look a little bit better after she's rested and eaten.
I'm gonna look at Charles. Can I give her some of my power? Not power as in like power, but like.
Anna, the problem is not power. The problem she has too much.
No, but I'm saying my life force. I have a lot. Like more than most people.
Here's the issue, Anna. The abilities you have that would give life force are tied to the very power that are hurting her. Let me work. Let me talk with the doctor here, and let me see what I can do. And so Az then pulls the doctor aside, and they start going doctor talk. So you had the visiting surgeon suddenly shows up. You found out the family member has a surgeon, and then suddenly they're talking about different treatment methods, leaving Anna and Theo standing there next to Sia.
So did she...
I do realize it looks grim. But with the regularity that this takes place, it's not nearly as scary as it seems.
And she always heals back to normal? Like, to baseline? Like she's always fine?
I mean, after a meal and a fresh shower. Imagine if for 3 months or a couple weeks out of a month you're in constant battle, wielding your sword, cutting down enemies. How long do you think you would have to nap to recover from that?
Normally I have Az with me, so I don't have to worry about it at all. All right. How long has this been happening though? Like for the last 10 years?
It's gone. The stronger she gets, the more frequent and intense the bouts of unconsciousness are.
And I'll give you, Theo, so it's probably been about the last 4 or 5 years or so, that you started really seeing this.
And I've been on the run with it for 10 years?
Yep.
About, yeah.
Yep.
So, I was taken by the Hell Knights. You took her and did what?
Ran. I went home with her to my homeland.
To here?
Yes.
And you've been here the whole time?
Yes.
And you never thought to come and find me? Do you not think that Sia would need her sister?
I did. At what point did I learn or can believe that she was dead?
You saw her get taken off by Hell Knights after both of her parents had just been killed. You know the history with Hell Knights. You know how they are. She's in Cheliax, a young girl. Chances of survival?
Yeah.
So you wrote me off.
At first, I had hope, but as her condition got worse, my priorities were making sure she was safe.
No, it's it's good. It's good to keep her safe, especially if she's been God touched this way. When did the visions start?
Were the visions how the first sign of her magic? Okay. About 10 years ago.
It was about 4 or 5 years ago that the magic started. 10 years ago, you guys left because the Hell Knights killed her family.
Oh, we got it. Yeah.
4 or 5 years ago, the magic and the visions and all that started.
I was wrong. 5 years.
Thank you, GM. Did anything in particular happen at that time? Did she have an encounter with a champion Phrasma, or... I just don't understand why out of nowhere this would have started for her. It's not in conjunction with anything that was happening in my life at the time.
If I'm being honest, neither do I.
Thank you, Phrasma.
I was merely tasked with making sure she was alive and well.
What is she like? I knew her as a child.
Stubborn.
Well, we are cut from the same cloth. Does she ever...
And she's intelligent and kind and friendly when she has energy.
So essentially, she's the opposite of me.
Her empathy is both her strength and her weakness. She can't not help or heal, and it's what weakens her.
So what do you mean by that? So she has these visions, and then they come true. What types of things is she having visions of? Like the end of the world? Demons?
I actually don't know the answer to that question.
The visions have been lots of different things. Some of them have seemed extreme and like you're not exactly sure what they mean. Other ones have been like when, she told the old widow that her cat would come back in a week. And, it has been a large array of different types of things. All from, telling the person, yeah, you should definitely plant there, to screaming at night of metal monsters.
Wait, you conveying this to me?
Yep, he conveys that to you.
Yep.
Okay.
Sorry, I also did not know that.
You're like, yep.
There's only so much a DM can give before the session.
I know, it's okay. Metal monsters?
I imagine Hell Knights?
No. Not Hell Knights. Do you know what's happening at the border with Cuthwaldwin and the automatons and the war he's waging?
You'd know, Theo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but does Julian
yes. Julian does not know, but Theo definitely knows. I'm aware that Theo would know, but Julian does not know.
Okay. Automatons attacking by why can't I think of words?
Yep. The Cheliax is attacking with their full army and a whole ton of automatons
that are being powered by soul magic. Well, that sounds suspiciously like, mechanical monsters, robots. Not robots. That's not a word we actually have. But mechanical monsters would be 100% exactly what the automatons are, especially with what it seems like they are evolving into.
Yes.
It's the main reason we were sent here. Not the main reason I'm here. I'm here for her. But for the war. Would you like to come with me? If she's going to be asleep for quite a while, we'll leave Bruce here to guard her. Would you like to come with me to yell at a god?
That would be nice.
Great. With my hand on my hilt, I'm going to step out the doors and with full expectation that Charles is going to follow behind. As he's still talking to the doctor. Okay. I'm just gonna, with one look, be like, Charles, we're leaving.
Let me stay here. I want to see if I can get her awake.
Are you serious? You think you can do that?
We are discussing some techniques and things that I know. Remember, life energy study was Titus's area of focus.
Yes, of course, and stay. Please. I'm gonna tap my forehead. Let me know.
And you hear in your voice, of course.
I'm just gonna say, please let me know if anything happens at all.
Will do.
Thank you. I'm just gonna lean forward and kind of give him like the cheek bump kiss thing. That's like not a real kiss, but that's like a kind of kiss, and then head with looking at you and be like, "You ready to go?"
Yes. This feels weird. I've not left her side before.
Charles is very, very good at what he does, and where he lacks, Bruce will rip literally anyone apart. So.
Are you leaving Bruce there?
Oh yes, Bruce is on.
Bruce
guard.
is leaving there. All right.
Bruce is on guard. Oh, however, I am going to get down and give him little scritches on his cute little ears that say, "You guard her with your life, but Charles is in charge."
Nice.
That was not on purpose. Do you get it? Please tell me you guys understand why that's funny. Charles in Charge. The TV show from way back in the day.
I don't know the show.
Charles is in charge. Charles in charge. Wait, oh my gosh, you guys. Fine, never mind.
I'm
That
sure
could be a
someone
funny
chat
joke
with
for
her.
me.
It was an American sitcom.
Yes, it was.
Starring Scott Baio.
Uh-huh. That's how I know that guy. Anyway.
October
Hayley
original
thought
release.
it was funny.
It was literally released 14 days. The first episode 14 days before I was born. How did you know that show?
Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks, Lion.
Tales from the Table Studios. Who is this?
That's the Lion Knight 43 on Twitter and in my group.
Oh.
That's his studio name.
Oh, I like
He's awesome.
it. Well, thank you for getting my back. Like, you got me. Yes. Okay, thank you. All right, so then I would tell him that and give him one little kiss on the top of the forehead and then begin to walk away. But I'm like kind of awkward about it because I'm not totally sure stride lengths with a little pug dog Shuni.
There's a pitter patter.
All right, you're fine.
And I also have a cane that like clicks every third step.
Oh, nice. All right. Anna's gonna turn. Do you know where there is a Temple of Pharasma?
Roll a society check.
Would I know that?
You.
Go ahead and roll a society check. Let's see if you do.
Society.
That should be under your skills.
Damn, when you've got a high intelligence, man, you have a lot of skills.
26.
You are not acquainted with any Temple of Pharasma in the area.
Send me to a cemetery.
Wait. But you are acquainted with, like I said, there are shrines, small shrines set up in most of the cemeteries in the area. And you do know where a couple of cemeteries are, especially here in the Old Town. Generally in the Old Towns is where they have the cemeteries.
That makes sense.
So, yeah, you are acquainted with a cemetery where there are some small altars to Pharasma. There is also they have a small one at the midwifery.
Cool. So we have options.
Whichever one is closest.
The cemetery.
All right, let's go to the
I
cemetery
agree.
then. Do you concur? I concur.
Yes.
Yes, cemetery then, and I will follow you.
You lead her through the city. The way I see this is Anna power steps, and then stops, realizes you're a bit behind, then you catch up, and then she starts walking again, and then she realizes she walked too fast. And there's this
Yep.
Back
Ever
and
so often, I just stop and stare off into the distance, and then keep on walking.
You're looking at something. Like, honestly, like, I didn't remember you being so easily distracted as a child. Is this just because you're older now?
I don't know.
Huh.
I don't feel like it's anything different.
Huh. I mean, granted, I was 10.
I totally just lost my voice. Hold on.
I was 10 the last time that I saw you, so...
Roll me a d20 and add your intelligence, Theo.
36.
You remember a little girl who got distracted very easily.
I have a feeling if I was getting distracted, we were distracted in opposite directions.
That is very diplomatic of you to have said that. Very nice. How, as we're continuing to walk, I'm just gonna start peppering you with questions about Thea. Does she have any friends? Is she happy? She sounds lonely.
I do not know if happy is the right word. But you can't help but feel purpose when a god's powering you.
Depends on which god, I suppose. And what they've tasked you to do. Well, at least she's had you this whole time. And it's a piece
That's
of
true.
them. Honestly, I have wanted to be with her and be here from the time everything happened. When our parents were killed and we were separated. I never stopped searching. Every post that I had, I assumed they would have taken her as well and done to her what they did to me. So I'd always hoped I would see her somewhere on deployment or on assignment somewhere, but
You
much better.
you speak in past tense,
What do you mean?
as if you have not just seen her, as if it is not something that will transpire.
She's asleep. It's not her yet. It's a shell.
So it will be.
I know, but it's a shell of her. It's not her. Until I can actually speak with her, I think I'll be... It'll be a different experience. I'll just say it that way.
That makes sense.
After about 20 minutes of walking, you do find yourself at a small...
20 minutes of walking?
Yeah!
You notice after like 10 minutes, like in between words, there's like... between conversations, and just like... It's been a while. It's not like... This is not a mountain creature. This is a city folk. If there was a tram, you'd be on it for like moving for 5 feet.
I don't think you've ever spent any time in any old cities on how long you take to walk to a cemetery.
Yep.
Having lived in San Jose, Costa Rica, I can tell you how long it'd take to walk from a cemetery to another cemetery.
Oh my gosh, it's hilarious.
So he's a...
Nick, do you want me to pick you up? Like, I probably could pick you up. Do you want me to hold
That
you?
is so demeaning.
I don't mean that in a rude way. I would ask Charles that same question. Yes, I would. More than likely. Sort of, maybe. Probably not.
I can do it.
It's based on my bugs. Nice, Julie.
You do find, though, as you're walking, the city actually has a decent, population of Shuni. There is a vendor that you see holding out. They've got canteens of water, but then they also have a little bowls of water that they're selling
For the Shuni?
for a couple coppers.
Would you like to stop? Do you need a rest?
If we stop, I'm not starting again. We should just get there.
All right, let's go. Get that.
So you do arrive, a small cemetery in between, a bunch of houses, and people don't realize this in the old world. You generally do have like houses and then cemetery.
Yeah, it's like suddenly just right there.
But it's got some wrought iron, kind of fencing around it. Old stones. There is a statue in the center of a cloaked woman, and what appears to be a small shrine.
Is it a private cemetery, like where there's lots of trees and stuff? No, this is just like New Orleans straight. Okay. I was hoping for a little bit of privacy, but this will work. You can go up to the altar and you look around. Are there a lot of people around?
No.
No. Are there a few people around?
I mean, if there's a lot of people around in the cemetery, I mean, you're seeing a lot of ghosts.
Yeah. There are people out on the street, but no one's paying attention to the cemetery.
But
and
is it like a small private cemetery, or is it like a large?
No. Generally, in older cities like this, they put a cemetery wherever they can put one. So it's not that it's a private cemetery. It's just, okay, here's an area where there weren't houses, and we could put more dead people.
That's wonderful. Such a pleasant vision. Okay. Alright, I'm going to go... Just gonna look at Theo and say, I'm going to try to get some type of communication up with Pharasma. She is my patron. You probably wouldn't remember this, but I was dedicated to her before we left.
Theo, you would remember the reason her parents were killed was because of worship.
Yep.
I never stopped that dedication, and as was needed, she called upon me to do her bidding. I mean, I was already on the path to take care of Kukorwin, and she just kind of like gave me extra power. It's actually kind of a complicated situation because now Asmodeus is a part of it as well. He's kind of like keeping tabs on me, and what I'm doing. He sent an imp, which was a very strange experience, to ask me to do what I was already doing. So
That sounds incredibly frustrating.
it was great fun. It was, actually. And Anna is, like, struggling to not act purely on instinct to go, like, give him scritches.
I am turning, like, this is me.
I know, we can
I know, that's why it's
like,
like
you're
she-
talking to him.
Like, when you do the head cock,
Yeah.
she's like, she has to, like, work really hard not to... If she was sitting down, she would, like, he's so freaking cute. She would...
You're starting to get an idea as why everyone in the hospital likes him.
Yeah.
When he can just sit and listen.
Just, like, everybody likes me. What's up? But yes, so it's all gotten very complicated, and you know, Az has actually spoken with her. I have not, but Az actually had Oh, sorry, no, Charles. That's a weird situation.
Who's Az?
So that's Charles. Charles is Az is Charles. Charles was a slave, and is no longer a slave. And as a slave, he didn't have a name. And since he's an Asmir, they called him Az. And through a very strange series of events, we met his mother. And she told us that his name was Charles. And he only recently adopted that, so I forget sometimes. A lot has happened in a very short
sometimes
period
too.
of time. What?
I forget sometimes too.
Yes. Well. All right. So this is what we're going to do. I'm going to try and contact her. And if I do contact her and get some type of response, there might be a heated argument. And I might not end up the better. But we shall see.
Do you wish to sit?
No. I'm gonna go, and she's gonna point to the altar, and I'm gonna go over there. I'll be back. You'll be able to hear me, I promise.
So the altar, like I said, it's got a statue of the woman. Below it is a little offering location where people have put candles and different offerings, and then of course there is an area to sit and to kneel.
All right. I'm gonna pull out my dagger off of my neck. And I'm gonna expose my shoulder.
Oh.
Yeah, you know what's happening. I'm gonna kind of flip the knife between my fingers for a minute because it's been a hot minute since I've done this. And then kind of stealing myself up, like I'm going to carve.
Wait, you're gonna start carving there? Give me a religion check right quick.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna use a hero point. That's stupid. That's not really all that much better. For the love of Pete. That's 23.
23. Okay.
Right?
As you go to cut.
Nope, 21.
21. As you go to cut, you find the dagger is stopped short of your flesh.
All right, I'm going to put that one down then. And I'm going to pull out my other dagger.
Okay.
My soul dagger.
Oh, as you do that, you hear a voice in your head. Oh,
Hello, darling.
hi. Oh, you hurt.
I do.
I'm sorry.
I know.
I know hurt. Hurt's not fun.
It's not. Not even in the slightest. I'm going to have to use you, though, to physically hurt myself.
Oh, no. No, why?
Because I have to call my god to me, and she needs to understand that I'm very serious.
I would think gods kind of know that.
She's kind of busy. So, it'll be okay.
And
I
you
promise.
you see in your mind the image of just like a person with their head kind of like, okay.
Just close your eyes.
You know what's coming?
It'll be all right.
It's like our kid walking into Halloween.
the Halloween store where he just looks down and is like, I'm not paying attention.
Yeah, pretty much that.
All right, so Anna's got her shoulder down, because she's not in her full gear. She's like in normal clothes, and begins to kind of drag the dagger not even close to as deep as it would have been. This is like basically considering like little scratches.
As the dagger nears to touch your flesh, you feel a sudden jerk of energy, and the dagger is like knocked out of your hands, flies across, and buries itself into a tree.
Are you kidding me right now? I'm just gonna look around. Is there anybody there?
Nope.
I am.
It's like, not you, not you, Theo.
Oh, I mean, you're not trying to hide what you're doing, right? I can clearly see this.
You can. Yes, you can see
Okay.
it. It's fine.
Is that something you must do yourself for it to work?
I've never not done it myself. And it's always worked. So maybe we'll try something different. All right. So, what? Either she doesn't want me to hurt myself. I'm gonna walk over to grab the soul.
Anna?
What? Who is talking to me?
Anna.
What?
It's Charles.
Oh, hi. What?
What are you doing right now?
I was trying to do a reckoning so that I could impress upon with the blood and the things that Phrasma needs to get her royal butt down here so I can talk to her.
Oh, okay. That is what I assumed.
What?
Because Sia just said stop it twice. Nothing has changed.
I don't hear
She
any of
is
this, but
not...
this is telepathic.
Nope, this is telepathic. You're not hearing this.
Conversation.
Man!
Yeah, we have a magical item that lets us telepathically speak anywhere in the world.
We also have really cool necklaces that match.
So, she said, stop it. And she said, stop it, Anna. And there's no change in her condition. She is not awake. She's not conscious. But she said, stop it, Anna. And then a couple of minutes later, she said, stop it, Anna, again. So I figured you were doing something.
Out loud this time, I'm going to say, Sia, are you here?
No, this is Charles.
Thank you, darling.
We left Sia with Charles.
I know. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's get everyone on the same page. Charles, let me know if she does anything.
Will do.
Thank you. Apparently, she's the one that caused all of the dagger doohickeys. Sia did. You didn't tell me she was, like, telepathic. Did you know she was telepathic?
Not well unconscious.
So she's telepathic when she's awake?
I wouldn't have thought to consider that.
Wait, she's telepathic when she's awake?
No. I said the unconscious part is more freaky.
Anna, I'm going to let you at this time roll another religion check.
Thank you. It's a 10. That's better. 24.
24. Theo, roll me a perception check.
Gladly. $25.
Okay.
24 and 25.
So, Theo, you are acquainted with the magic that Sia has.
Mm-hmm.
And you can... There's definitely an odor. There's a feel in the air when you feel the magic that she can channel. you are feeling that. You feel little pinpricks on the back of your neck. Your hair starts to stand up on end like there's static electricity in the air. Anna, you feel, not Sia, but you reckon you feel the same magical energies that you have felt and channeled yourself.
So she is here. Somehow. Do you feel that?
Yes. This is... I mean, normally she's near me when this happens.
Sia, darling. Okay. I'm going to go up and stupid quick. Like, stupid quick. I'm going to grab the dagger and slice my arm. Like, as fast as I can.
You slice down your arm.
Well, as how far away am I from you?
I assumed you were, like, just, like, a couple of feet away.
Yep.
Like the altar was, and then I'm next to it, and you're, like, just kind of standing
Okay.
off to the side
So
of the concrete.
as you're going to like sneakily and like swipe, I'm gonna lift my cane up and just put it against your arm.
I don't think you can. You there's no way that you did it fast enough.
Oh, there is.
There's no way he did it
Okay,
fast
roll
enough.
me. I want both of you to roll attack rolls.
With my dagger?
Yep.
Okay.
Theo,
I have to use
How do we
my
make an attack
throwing
roll?
knife.
Theo, I am going to say
I got a
that
30.
in this moment you had devised a stratagem to
Okay.
deal with this. You were waiting for this. So with the investigator,
Based on her trying to cut herself earlier.
yeah. Ubergeek Media.
Hey!
Ah, we haven't seen you in so long. Hello and welcome. We have a Shuni, which is a pug dog
Yep.
character, who is attempting to stop Anna from hurting herself.
Self-harm.
Yep. Because so as a investigator, you have you should have the ability of devise a stratagem,
Yes.
which allows you then to use your intelligence modifier for your attack rolls.
Yay!
Oh, are you serious?
Yes, it does.
Yeah, it's not like I can punch you in the face and you'd feel it.
No, this is like Sherlock Holmes in
Yeah.
movies where suddenly he just like taps his cane on your pressure point.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll that attack. So you roll
Okay,
D20 and you add
Wouldn't it be
your-
his intelligence modifier?
My intelligence?
it's got to be you add more than that. So give me the roll first.
It's going really well tonight. Seasonal
17.
17.
Bard. Oh, that's good.
To that,
That's
he'll
my
add.
roll. That's my roll without any modifiers.
Yep. 17. You actually add 16 to that, and then your intelligence.
That is not. That's cheating. That's cheating.
No, it's
Why?
not.
Where's the 16 come from?
The way that Pathfinder works is that your proficiency bonus is 2 for trained, 2 more for expert, and I believe you're expert in your attack, plus your level. And you are level 12.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see a 17, not a 16. On my sheet.
That's adding the 1 for your dex, but you actually get to add the what's your bonus for your
Oh, I see. Yeah, 16 plus.
Will you seasonal bard?
yeah.
With
So
the
it's doing your
redeeming
strength.
of the
Yeah.
villain points.
So it's so 20 added to your roll.
Yep.
So 38.
So I'm 17 plus 16 plus 20.
Well, plus it's plus 4 on top of that 16. So it's 18 plus 20, so 38.
Well, I got a 30. So apparently you stopped me.
So he manages to go up and he just tinks a pressure point, and suddenly you feel your arm go a little numb. It's like he hit your funny bone.
Will you stop it?
I don't believe she wants you to do that.
Well, good for her. She is unconscious and has absolutely no say.
Clearly, that's not true.
Okay. Fine. Be quiet for just a moment, please. Oh my god. That's a pug's version of being quiet.
Yep.
So
Well,
Anna,
wait.
you
All right,
continue to try and cut yourself.
Anna's gonna just stand there for a minute and just be quiet and listen to the birds and the trees.
Okay.
And all of that jazz.
Is she going to attempt to pray?
Yes. It's very awkward for her to pray.
Did
So she's
you
going to
think
stand
to
there.
pray?
Do not start bringing out church hymns. Thank you. She's going to put her hands on either side of the altar. And she is going to just kind of look up at the sky a little bit. She's like, we have a problem, you and I. And we need to talk. So send whoever you need to down, because we need to talk. Please.
You suddenly hear a voice of Charles in your head. Anna,
What?
she just talked again.
What did she say?
She said, I've already sent her. Just wait for her to wake up.
Are you kidding me?
No, that's what she said. I don't know what. Is this responding to something?
Yes, it's responding to something. She doesn't have the guts to actually come talk to me. This is ridiculous.
Or the player just didn't roll a high enough religion check.
I got 24.
At level 12 in Pathfinder, that's nothing.
Can I do it again with a hero point?
Already did it with Hero Point.
Can I try again with another? I didn't for praying. You didn't have me roll for praying.
I didn't.
You didn't. Can I roll again for praying? Please.
Fine, I'll give you one last chance. With how you've been rolling the night,
Okay, people, please get your little channel points for hero point, please. Please.
I'm waiting for this to be the
Hey,
nat
baby.
20 just to stick it to me.
Come on, baby, you got this. You got this. Good friend gave us this. Come on.
Nat 20?
Oh my gosh, she's a natural 20.
I told you the karma would come.
That's awesome.
Okay, so we're gonna do all that
Uh,
again.
Take a photo of that.
You want me to put it in the? I'll go put it in the Discord.
Yep, that and or TikTok.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I'm sorry, Critical Dice, for blaspheming your dice.
So, no, we're not retconning anything. But as has sent you that, and you throw that fit. And then
I throw that
suddenly
fit.
you hear another voice
In my head or out loud?
out loud.
Okay.
Do I hear it?
What's your training in religion?
It's not.
Okay.
You wonder why I have so many points to those specific things that I keep having to use?
Yeah, I know. Okay, cool. No, you do not.
Okay.
Sitting upon the little stool that was there, you see a woman draped in cloth spun of spider silk. Anna, you're always so intense.
What did you do to my sister?
Do.
Can Theo see her?
Nope.
No, Theo can't see her either. Okay.
Theo, did you are you sitting on the bench or are you walking around?
As soon as this situation with her trying to cut herself stopped,
Oh.
you notice or would have noticed that I went to like sit down on the bench to let you do your thing, but I keep like sitting down, standing up, spinning in a circle, and sitting back down in the same exact spot.
So she's sitting next to him, and he doesn't see her.
Okay.
But she's sitting next to him. She looks over at him and what he's doing. He's cute and a good man. He has done the best that could be to help Sia to grow into a beautiful young woman.
Great. Fantastic. What did you do to her? It's killing her.
It is not killing her, Anna.
You haven't seen her body. I have.
Anna, you worship the goddess of death. I think we'd be very aware if we were killing her. But it is a strain. It is very much a strain.
So what did you do to her?
She is chosen. She is connected to the energy plane directly. And sometimes her mortal frame, it just pours out. But you will need her.
The point was I was supposed to keep her safe.
Theo's done a very good job of that. You do hear her side of the conversation, though, Theo.
That's weird.
She's literally staring at the bench next to you, talking intensely next to you.
It's not. It's fine and wonderful that she's been good and dandy and that she's been with someone who's kept her safe, and that's wonderful. But she was not dedicated. This was my responsibility.
And you've been doing your responsibility as well as you can. Do not be upset that we also chose her.
She was never supposed to be a part of any of this.
That is not for you to decide.
But there was a reason that I was the one dedicated, not her.
And the Morgan stands up, walks over to you, puts a hand on both your shoulders. It will be all right.
Can you fix it?
Fix what?
She cannot live her life half of the time crippled. That is not the life she was supposed to have.
Anna, you don't know the life she was supposed to have.
I damn well know the life I fought for her.
The Lady of Fates would know better than any the life she is supposed to have. And then she puts her thumb on top of your head. And suddenly you see a vision of a very old Sia sitting in a rocking chair. Rocking back and forth. With a slight smile on her face. And then it's gone. And she says, that is one possible future of hers. You will decide if that's what she has.
I had decided it.
But the world, Anna, does not always wait or make it simple.
So what am I supposed to do now? I'm here.
What we've asked of you since the beginning.
Yeah, stop Kuthwald when I know.
Yep. And Sia can help you with what you're doing. Now.
You ever thought about what I had asked you before?
Which?
For a sword or some type of something that could just destroy them.
She puts her hand down on the bastard sword that you hold. Do you know how rare these are?
What, bastard swords?
Pulls it out slightly. And Theo, you watch her sword suddenly pull out slightly out of the scabbard of its own accord.
I stop my sitting and standing back up again. To jump back, point at it, and repeatedly go, "What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that? What's that?
Theo,
What's that?"
Theo.
Adamantine is rare and is the most effective. Puts it back, slides back down against them.
Oh, she grabbed my long sword, not the bastard sword.
No, it's
the long sword is, or the great sword is an adamantine sword.
No. GM knows what he gave it you. Your great sword is the silver, and the bastard sword is the adamantine, with the impact rune.
I don't have. We're gonna have to go over my character sheet then.
Cool. So she puts it back. Who led you to the dragon horde, Anna?
A crow.
A psychopop. We
Yeah, I figured.
led you to that horde so you could get this.
I understand. And thank you very much.
So
It would
stop whining.
It would just be very nice if there was something that you guys could do more directly.
If the gods could just decide what to do, then there would be no need for humanity. We would just tell you what to do, and we would control of you like puppets. I believe that's what the Hell Knights think is the right way for the world to run.
You know, you could work on your personality a little bit. I'm just saying.
I don't get enough time to spend with humans. You are so unique.
It's obvious.
They're much more sweet. She points over at Theo. And she's like, so, let her sleep. Another day, she'll be fine. And then you watch in normal fashion as suddenly it's as if she's covered with spider silk, and then suddenly it all dissipates down. And Theo, you see the end of this all of a sudden, where out of this centered area right in front of her, hundreds of spiders suddenly start skittering off in different directions.
I yelp and repeatedly go, nope, 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 nope.
Oh my gosh. Yes. So, yeah, that was the Morrigan. She's a piece of work.
Made of spiders.
Yes, actually. Well, at least her
Gross.
clothing is. I don't know if she actually disapparates or disintegrates into spiders. It is a little strange though. So essentially there's nothing I can do and I've got to suck it up.
Buttercup.
Yep.
If you could do
Wait,
something,
you said
what
that,
would it
Charles?
be?
What?
If you could do something, what would it be?
Disconnect Sia from Pharasma.
Why?
I never wanted this kind of a life for her. As much as the Morrigan talks about not treating humans like puppets. Yep, she said that. You didn't hear it, but they do. All the gods do. I'm getting kind of sick of it. Except for Az as a god. Az's god just kind of gave him power and then walked away. So, that's kind of nice. It's kind of a nice deal. I think I'd like to do that.
Have you tried asking?
What, if I could just walk away?
No, if you're gonna have the power without the constraints.
No. I don't think they'd give it to me.
I mean, if you don't ask, they can't give it to you.
It's not a bad idea. Actually. Morrigan! Call back out for her. See if she'll come back. I'm assuming
Nothing happened.
I'm assuming she's not gonna come back. Apparently that's a discussion for another day.
Although you do suddenly watch as the dagger that was in the tree suddenly flies back and then goes into the ground at your feet.
Thank you. Wait, Morgan! No, okay. Thought it was a good try. I reach down and grab the dagger.
You do, though, suddenly hear a fluttering above you. You look up to see what appears to be a crow, but with a skulled head. And it's just doing a crow laugh at you.
Yes, thank you. No wonder why humans are so enamored with the gods.
I point at the crow and go, "There's a crow. There's a crow. There's a crow. There's a crow."
Aren't you supposed to go get it? Isn't that the point?
Nope.
All right, I can pick up the dagger and stow it and say, well, apparently you didn't actually have to do anything horrible tonight, so thank you for being willing.
Yeah, I'm glad.
Yep. I'm just going to stow it back. My little back sheath and be like, well, I guess we got to go back to the Temple of Sarenray and wait for Sia to wake up. All right, then. I'm just going to kind of gather all of my things and kind of take a breath and be like, shall we? Back to the temple. I had to think about that for a second. That word.
You walk through the streets. You've not been here. Walk back the same way.
Once again, I'm going to offer. Do you want me to pick you up?
No, I can do it.
Are you sure?
It's about a 20-minute walk.
Okay.
That means 40 minutes total because you can't forget the previous walk.
Yep. You go through the area. There's, of course, lots of, here, different cellars, different criers. You've got residential areas you walk through. There's a tavern, bar that you pass on your way back to the Temple of Serenity.
Are there any merchants that have, scarves or
Yes.
things like that?
Yeah, you do find some that are selling scarves and different wraps and things like that.
Does one have the type of material that's like that silk of the Morrigan's dress? Not spidery, but just a silky.
You're in the old town, so
no.
nothing probably that fine.
Anything with stars? And the moon?
Yes.
Nice.
You actually do find there's actually a vendor there right by the cemetery.
Okay. I'm going to find the proprietor and hold out the scarf and say, how much do you want for it?
That's a really nice one. Very rare.
It's not rare and it's not
There's
very nice.
There's 10 of them there.
just straight up. I
Well,
know it's not.
This is the last of my stock that I have. I mean,
Just gonna turn around and look at it the entire. I'm like, seriously?
I couldn't let it go for any less than 3
bloody
silver.
hell! I'm just gonna pull out a gold coin and give it to him and be like, all right, we done? Thank you. And we walk away.
He just sits there staring at the gold coin. Theo, she just spent a gold on that scarf.
Is that a big deal? I'm not sure how the currency works in this game.
Theo, do you remember how much gold you have?
I do not. I don't remember assigning it.
Yeah, on your character sheet, you have 15 gold.
Okay.
And she just spent a full gold on a scarf.
On a scarf.
As the person who she handed the gold is like
Yeah.
trying to like put stuff away, I'm gonna try and like re-steal the gold back.
You're just gonna try and steal it. All right.
Well,
Give me a thievery
as
check.
if like without them noticing, but then like technically the item will be for free, and that whole stupid gold piece will be spent.
All right. I need two checks from you then. I need a stealth and then a thievery.
Oh my gosh. Did you add a pet to my character sheet?
No.
There's a pet in my character sheet.
Interesting. That was in beta before. Maybe they released it finally.
28 on stealth.
The merchant is so like he's doing a happy dance behind the stall and doesn't even see you at all. Like he's not even aware that you exist. His brain is off somewhere else.
And you just took the gold coin?
No, thievery?
30.
Yep, you snag that gold. No problem. Slide it in your pocket.
Oh my gosh.
As you walk away, suddenly a guy turns back around, stops doing his happy dance, starts patting down the stand, searching underneath it, and that's what he's doing as you walk away.
Do I notice this?
Roll me a perception check.
You're going to get your butt handed to you if I notice this. Oh, that's not a low roll. It's not a 20, but it's not low. 17, 18. 17 plus 18. 30.
35. Yeah, you do. That was better than your stealth roll, dude.
Nice.
Did you just take his gold piece that I just gave him?
This is a different gold piece.
I don't believe you. Not even. Do I believe him?
Do a deception check. Let's do this. Let's do this by the rules.
You know, I'm gonna, as we're making this argument, and I'm trying to just to like logic my way out of it. I'm gonna like be speaking with my hands and try and like slip the gold coin into her pocket.
Oh my god.
Okay. Okay. There's going to be a couple of rolls here. So, if you're just trying to do that, I'm going to do give me the thievery. Give me the thievery roll. Anna, give me another perception.
Another perception?
Yeah, you got. Do you perceive him doing this?
That's a natural 20.
Damn it.
Oh.
17 plus 20.
I am going to notice no matter what, because natural 20s and Pathfinder
Wait,
means a critical success.
Not necessarily.
Yes.
So you had 17 plus 20, so it's a 37. Yeah. 20 plus what?
Of what? Perception?
What's your perception?
38.
No, what's just your perception?
18.
18.
So 20 plus 18.
Yeah.
38.
She beat you and then critically succeeded.
I'm going to grab his hand, his paw, as he's trying to put it in. And I'm just going to grab it.
I'm going to squeal like a baby puppy in public.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm not even going to care. I'm just going to take it, and I'm going to take the piece of gold, and I'm going to walk back to the merchant and put it back on his table. I'm going to be like, I cannot see. You are the good man that's been raising Sia. Are you teaching her to be a thief? Just like walk away and we're like going to grab the back of your scruff and like pull you forward. I was a bloody hell knight, and I know better than to steal from merchants who barely make a gold coin a year. Month. Can't believe you. Just walk very frustratedly and angrily down the, like I'm scolding a little child.
It's so funny because Anna doesn't realize that Theo probably makes a gold coin a month. Maybe 2 or 3. No, that Anna doesn't know it. Mm-mm. So, you begin to carry Theo back to the Temple of Sarenray.
Good. Does it still take 20 minutes if
Yeah.
I'm carrying him?
Yeah, exactly. Roll me an athletics check.
Oh, jeez.
I weigh
These
60
dice are
pounds.
pulling through for me
Yeah,
today?
you weigh nothing. My dog,
39.
our dog weighs more than your character.
Yeah, my dog is about 100 pounds. 39.
Yep, you carry him no problem. You're just like carrying him the whole way there by the scruff of his neck. Theo, are you just sitting there kind of in this pouty?
About halfway through the being carried, the grumpiness that was in his face switches to a
Oh,
big
Jessic
like
redeemed another
jowl-filled
villain
smile.
point.
What?
We're going to need to use
We
those.
have 2 villain points now.
I'll remember.
Sorry.
You said just about halfway along, your face
Oh,
changes.
halfway, not even halfway, like a couple steps in, the performance, big-eyed, sadness, arguing pug face switches into a big jolly grin.
Did you do this on purpose? You really wanted me to carry you?
Now I wanted you to have a bit of fun.
That's your version of fun?
Getting your mind off of what you're thinking about.
Okay, well, very effective, not appreciated.
You can thank me later.
You can go back and patron that shopkeeper later.
I was going to.
Yes, of course. With the stolen gold coin. Once we get to the temple,
Which, of course, you've lived in Old Town. You know Eric, the stall owner. You know his kids and
jerk. But once we get to the temple, I'm just going to go head straight back to Sia.
Okay.
And once we get in there, I'm going to give Bruce a nice good scratch and be like, good boy, good boy.
I am going to ask a question. Are you continuing to carry him through the halls?
No, I'm going to put him down once we get there. Once we
Okay.
get there, I'm going to drop him. So no, I'm not walking through the hallway with him in my arms. But I'm going to go.
You would make everyone in the hospital jealous.
No, probably would. Probably would. They'd be like, he never lets us cuddle him like that. I'm going to go in. You can be like, good dog, good boy to Bruce. Kind of just put my hand out and touch Charles real quick. Where is Charles? What is he doing? Is he just in the chair?
Charles is actually standing there with his hands over Sia, and he's got stethoscope out, and he's
Oh my
writing
gosh.
notes, and he's got books. There are books open all over around him.
Of course
And
there are.
he is, there's now you notice he has taken chalk, and there's now a magical circle around the bed
So,
that he's chalked out.
You've been busy? Having fun while we've been gone?
Yes.
Okay, you can stop that for the moment, please.
Stop what?
All of this for the moment. Just let her rest. She'll wake up. Then you can ask her all the questions you'd like.
Oh, I'm sure she will. One moment. He finishes a line and then suddenly puts his hands on it and pew! See magic pass all along it. And he's like,
What did you just do?
what I did was created a stasis area. So her life energies and the energies from the outside are kind of diminished for a time. So her energies can't get pulled out of the sphere. It should help her wake up sooner.
Good. That's good. That's good.
It's like imagine that you were had a wound and things kept touching it, and so it gets aggravated. This is like putting something over that to prevent it from the air, protect it from the air and from contact.
Good, because apparently she's psychic and telepathic as well. So if you could keep her in this little bubble so she stops wasting her energy.
Telepathic. The doctor did not say anything about that.
And apparently Theo didn't know it was a thing either. Apparently something she's been keeping hidden. Or she didn't know about it.
Or is not controlling it.
Or is not controlling. Why are you smiling?
Nothing.
Why are you smiling? The GM is smiling. This is not a good thing. Why is the GM smiling?
So Az sets this up,
Why are you smiling?
and then
All right. So after he's done his little cool thing and has stepped away, I'm going to kind of rearrange the bed sheets around her and kind of tuck her in like a burrito, but with her arms out so that she doesn't feel constrained. And I'm going to take the scarf with the stars and the moon, and I'm going to kind of like put it above her head a little bit and like around her hair, just as kind of like this nice little thing, and
little draping.
like and a little kind of little draping on her, and just say don't keep your head in the sky too long, darling. Come back soon. And just give her a kiss on the forehead and then snuggle down like next to her. I'm not leaving. Just gonna lay down, kind of curl up on the bed next to her, and I call Bruce over to us, and he comes and sits down on her feet so that they're warm. And I just look at Charles, and I assume Theo's coming to the room as well. Yes?
I thought we were already in the room.
Yes. You've come into the room though, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna look at you both and just say, I will stay here until she wakes. So you can do what you'd like, but I'm going to be here.
I did ask for some food, and he pulls out.
You see my ears perk up.
Yep, I'm sure we can all share. And so he pulls out from behind him, and then puts on the little table. There's a board with some sliced meats and some crackers and some.
It's a charcuterie board!
I don't know if you know this, but it's
There
been
are chicken nuggets on it.
Yes, yes, there are.
Yes! You did watch the last episode.
There are some chicken nuggets on it. So yeah, it's an Andoran thing. And so, yeah, they
Andorian thing.
serve the food. You guys all can eat that. Is there anything else you want to do? It is in evening time. It is getting close to the end of the day. Anything else you want to do before the day ends?
No, Anna's good. She's just going to kind of hold her sister. Probably cry a little bit when she thinks no one's looking.
All right. And that is where then, at the end of this long day, having found your sister and having had a discussion with Pharasma, Theo, you're probably
Morgan.
still wondering what the heck went on with the other side of that.
Yep.
You-
But seeing that there are more people to share the burden of protection, there's a little less sternness in his jowls. You wouldn't know that it's for the first time in a long time, but he knows. And he wanders to his side of the room that he spends 0 time in. And you hear the sounds of the sheets rustling and then stopping, and the sheets rustling and then stopping, and the sheets rustling and then stopping. And like randomly in between that, you just hear, and you can't tell if he's asleep or awake.
There you go. And as takes place in a chair across the way, so that way, Anna, you would be facing him as well.
Mm-hmm.
As he hears this and hears the snoring, Az just kind of look up, and through the telepathic link to keep the room quiet, he does a. By the way, Anna, did you ever ask Theo what he does?
Oh. No, I forgot.
I asked the doctors about him, got a little information. He is a private investigator. He finds lost people.
Oh.
And that's where we're going to end the session for tonight.
Nice. Oh my gosh.
This was so much fun.
So thank you so very much.
The stinking pug dog. gosh. Are you? I think he's gonna go get his bugs. He's gonna go get his bugs now. Oh my gosh. That's hilarious.
Okay.
I was so.
This is my inspiration.
There he is.
Yep.
I see why you had to play a Shuni.
Yep.
It's Theo. It's not really.
This one's May.
Maybe.
The other one is Loki, the god of mischief.
Oh.
How old are they?
They are. Come here. I know. You get to be on camera now.
Our puppers are upstairs right now. Oh,
Oh, Jojo baby.
they are so
I think
cute.
there's 7.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, because they've got like a little bit of white on their muzzles.
Yep.
No bit.
They're middle-aged bugs
Yeah, they're
going
getting
through a crisis.
Which I just forgot. I
so
never checked this.
cute. Oh my gosh. Yes, Doom's puppers. They are so adorable. Oh my gosh.
They don't know why they're awake right now.
No, they're both like trying to go back to sleep. You can like see them in your arms. They're like, oh, I'm going back to sleep, Dad. They're so sweet. I think.
So all of Theo's mannerisms are based on their mannerisms.
Do they really do that? Like walk around then sit, walk around then sit, walk around then sit. Like.
When you take them on a walk and try to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Or when you wanna lie on the couch and they want to snuggle and they can't find the right spot.
And you're just like, stop moving.
Yep.
Which, by the way, one thing I just realized, as far as ages, Shuni only live 50 years.
Oh.
So that means that
He's getting near the end of his
Yeah.
life.
He's very old.
he is very old.
For Shuni.
So,
Oh my gosh. Okay, I did not realize that.
yeah, so Shuni have half the lifespan of humans. So for him, 10
Yep.
years is a long time.
Oh my gosh. Also, I am very thrown off by Hayley being left of Weston on camera.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
having the
yeah.
arrangement's different.
Yeah, the arrangement is different than our FGE and TTR.
And it'll be different to possibly again next week.
It's possible. If Abby's coming next week, right?
Yep, she is.
Yeah. So next week we have a Sia. We have an Abby from Tomes of the Chaos Bard. Abby Robinson is coming to join us as Sia, my little sister.
So we will see what happens next week as our band of adventuring individuals go and figure out what the heck they're going to do.
Yeah, because like this is the thing. The gods just consistently don't give us any freaking direction.
Or
fine.
Anna needs to learn to take a hint.
What hint is she supposed to take? I don't get it.
I know.
Thank you. Anyway, thank you so much, you guys, for coming and hanging out with us tonight. It has been a blast to be back in the chair and rolling the dice again. Thankfully, these dice from Critical Dice did end up pulling through for me. Thank you. Thank you so much, Critical Dice.
And we have Lost Tribes Gaming is going right now.
Yep, they are playing their
Ashland
by Night is
So
on
let's
right
go
now.
ahead and raid our friends over at Lost Tribes Gaming where they are playing Vampire the Masquerade. We will
Yeah.
be back here next Friday, but also check us out on Wednesday for the Family Gaming Experience.
For terrain.
We're talking terrain. We got 3 different terrain people. We're talking major terrain, painting, making. It's going to be awesome.
It is going to be fantastic. So thank you so much for hanging out with us tonight, and let's go show some love to Jerome.
Let's go
over
show
at
them some love. So
Lost Tribes
join the
Gaming.
raid because here we're going to go.
Oh, and don't forget to go like us or go follow us on TikTok.
Follow us on the Tiki Talkies. And here we go.